What is going on, everybody? We are back on it. Vinland Saga episode 10. We're chunking along, slowly getting towards halfway for season 1. Question I wanted to ask, is there a I don't know when season 1 ended. Was it late 2019, earlier 2019? What's the word on the street for season 2? If you guys have any information on that, let me know. Patreon members, you guys will see this like on the 25th of what is it, April. So if you guys have any information on that, let me know. And if I haven't heard anything, YouTube members, when you guys are seeing this, let me know. Coming off the last episode, we had the Torkel introduction, and then I scrolled back and found out that that was the huge giant that Thor was running around with in the cold opening to episode 1. I was hoping once I kind of like put two and two together that him and Thorfinn were gonna have like a conversation about it. His father, maybe. I don't know how close Thor and Thorfinn. I don't know how close Thor and Thorkel's relationship was. If every now and then they just teamed up on the battlefield, or they actually had like a good, genuine bond. I mean, the two of them is cheating. I haven't seen anybody they've gone up against yet in the show that like verse one of them is like, wow, okay, they're equal. But two of them side by side, haven't seen it yet. Ashlad, he's nice with it, but he lost to Tor, so I couldn't see him on the battlefield going against those two. Um, it's wild. And then the rest of the Danish troops decided to recall. They're just going to take the entire country, and then I guess kind of the end goal will be, hey, if we take everything else and it's just London left, eventually they'll fall. They left a couple troops there. With the prince or soon to be king or king in waiting. We'll see what he's able to do. Uh, Thorfinn's walking around with a dislocated shoulder. He's got like a sprained ankle. All this kind of stuff going on. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't know where the opening is here. I let it play for like 10 seconds and I didn't see anything come up, and I scrolled through the episode and still didn't see it. So I'm not sure where it comes, but when we get there, we'll get there. So we're pressing play at the very beginning, Vinland Saga episode 10 right now. Here we go. Oh, I gotta make sure I got these captions on. Shit. Okay, they're on. What the hell is that? Honestly, just off that shot, he's got to be chucking those like. Is that an animation error? Because all his fingers are still intact. It looks like he's chucking that like multiple football field lengths, and these aren't like Nerf footballs either. Gotta be like 50-pound. Mm-mm-mm. So we haven't seen the prince yet. They keep talking about him, talking about him. When is he gonna make an appearance? Y'all can't keep this up and just let him fucking pummel you from deep. Alright, looks like we're getting introduced to him. Oh, no. Is he like a... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I keep wanting to say atheist, but that's not it. What's the word where you don't want to do any kind of harm to others, and it looks like a female, but wow. He's just waiting and waiting until they get the word to withdraw. So he has 0 plans of attacking at all. Yeah, he's got all his fingers here. What, does he knows the prince is what, easy pickings or something? Alright, I'm gonna skip this intro because YouTube purposes. Okay, it tells me I have a skip button. I try to click said skip button, and it doesn't let me click anything. So I'm scrolling through here. I'll let you guys know where I'm at time-wise. Okay, we are gonna pause right there, so in case you guys are syncing up episodes. Watching it on YouTube. 4 minutes and 55 seconds is where we picked up at. So 4 minutes, 55 seconds, episode 10, pressing play now. Flashback. We haven't seen him think about his mom or sister at all. Wonder if that's ever going to... Oh, speak of the devil. There she is. Wonder if they've given up all hope of looking for him back at home. Hmm. Tell me this isn't going to be one of those bad flashbacks where, like, his father turns around and has arrows in him or something like that. No? It looks to be maybe a peaceful dream, I guess, until he gets woken up. That man. Oh, is he dreaming about... He dreaming about what his family life could have been like had they made it to Vinland? Hmm. When does he snap out of this? They're both waiting for you to come home. Damn. Damn. Tell me it doesn't end with Thor getting hit by a bunch of arrows and shit. Yeah, it does. Yep. Knew that shit was coming 3 minutes ago. That really could be the fate of his mother and sister. They could be taken as slaves or worse. He's over here sleeping with the cattle and shit. You know where that was. He knows where that was. So what does he do? Does he continue this quest of revenge or not? We're already back over to November. Holy shit, time is really going. Oh shit. They just out here raiding villages and shit. Bodies everywhere. Dang, a whole year's already passed in the last like 2 episodes. They're gonna all get called back. So all that Torkel stuff, that's gonna be would have passed by now. Hmm? 10 years. Oh. Oh, 100%. I agree that Torkel will abandon camp. Oh, Lord. Someone gonna stop this or just let him finish it up? Yeah. Alright. Ashlad's turning into an old man. Not gonna be able to keep dodging this revenge forever. We haven't checked in on his village in a while either. Is Leaf still looking for him, or he said he would find him? Well, so much time has passed. I think his shoulder and his ankle are good to go. You're gonna have a duel there, conversation. We never really see them interact much, other than Ashlad telling him go do something or Thorfinn challenging him. Are they actually gonna have like a conversation? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. He's not about it. I didn't know if they ever really had those. Yeah, those talks. If Ashlad feels like he needs to be a father since he took his father or what. Well, he didn't get anything from that dream. Yeah, he's only getting older and you're getting into your prime, so yeah, exactly. More advanced than what they got going now? Interesting. I'm not a history major. That's a great battle setting right there. And somebody will come along and destroy them, and which one died? The one that started it. The little apocalyptic, yeah, yeah. I really do want to get inner thoughts on what Ashlad thinks. Is that just a lone rider, or is this a messenger, or is there an army behind it? The prince. What happened? Did Torkel finally said fluff it, or he's dead, or what happened? What happened to Torkel? Oh, he's attacking. He said fluff this. Well, Torkel counts for about 20. They abandoned him, didn't they? What? He was defeated with the 400 men he left? Y'all didn't see them like coming down from the bridge or like sailing across the canal? Nothing? Oh god. He is literally a titan amongst men, and he comes out there and just fluffs everything up. Yo, his right hand man is out here, dotting people up too. Good lord. And it was how many against those 4,000? What happened to the prince? Pacifist. I think that's the word I'm looking for. But at some point, you might not be able to always be a pacifist. I mean, you could be a pacifist till the very end and let yourself die, be killed. Um, if that's how you choose to go out, and you fully believe that how you choose to go out. Unless he ends up being like super nice with a sword in low key, and we don't know about it. Captured him. Is this gonna have that they're gonna either come support? Do they want to try? They talk big and bad all the time. What are y'all gonna do? He's going to help, of course. They wouldn't give us this setup here if he didn't. Is he about to say, yo, get out of here with that nonsense, we're going home? Or like, they're going to act like he never came? What are they doing? Why did you have to kill his ass? They're not going to ask for help. All right. I didn't know why they had to kill the messenger. If he never showed up, y'all would never have gone, but fluff it, I guess. Sure. I feel like he's having a if I think that's the episode. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if Ashlad is kind of having a not midlife crisis, but maybe like an epiphany of like, hey, I'm slowly fading. If not, I've already fallen out of my prime, physical years. Um, After this war ends, like maybe like what am I going to be after this? Like all I know is like fighting, plundering, raping, pillaging, that kind of stuff. It looks like we're going to win. Like what is there for me after this type thing? So I don't know if that's fueling him to. And then after that, he also throw in the fact that, like he said, time is on Thorfinn's side. Ashlad is always going to continue, is just going to continue to get older, slower, weaker. Thorfinn, he's still in his teenage years. He's not even in his prime, and we see what he's able to already do. Give him another 2, 3, 5 years. He's going to have like 10 years of straight prime physical peakness. And there's not a damn thing Ashlad could do. He already looks like he's already getting a little kind of, thrown off guard. So I don't know. This is just speculation. I have no idea. I don't know if Ashlad's kind of having a like I don't know what my life holds from here going forward. But if I get to control it, who knows when the world's going to end, but I'm going to get the most out of it I can. That's why he's going into this. He said because that guy planned to ride all the way to the main army and ask them for like reinforcement help. Ashlad said, nah, we're taking my 100 men. We're going to team up with I think he said they had less than 400 men. So we got about 500 versus 500 once everybody kind of meets up. Again, Torkel counts for a good, I don't know, 10 to 20 men. Just the size and the radius of him spinning that damn log, and I don't know if he's going to be one of those that ends up getting defeated by like wit. Like I said this last episode. If he's just going to be one of these big like burlesque giants, but when it comes to actually having to break things down mentally, he might be able to get outsmarted, outwitted, which I thought almost happened to him last episode when he pulled Thorfinn up to his face. I'm like, oh wow, he's gonna get him. He closed the gap, he got in close, but he didn't. So we'll see, because again, I don't think Ashlad is beating him 1v1. Thorfinn clearly didn't. It hasn't even been years since then. It's been a couple months, if that. So they'd had to really like wipe out their forces, catch him slipping, something along those lines. But the prince has been captured, so they're going to hold. I don't even. That's the thing. I don't think this is about like we got to get our prince back, boys. We're not going to let him just disrespect us like that. I think maybe that's what he's using as kind of like the morale booster, but I think he could care less about the prince being captured. I think he's just looking for, like, this sounds like a prime opportunity to, if I go out, this wouldn't be a bad way to go out, going against Torkel, he's captured the prince, he's pushing up on the main army, like this would make a great story type thing. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the prince. I think those are the first couple times we've even heard him speak, and he's just in prayer. I don't know if he's a pacifist, why he's like that. I mean, there's nothing bad that he is. Even in current times today and times back then, you might have a sibling that's like all about that aggression, that fighting life, like anything goes down, they're there, they're in it, they're about it, today and thousands of years ago. And then you have other siblings that come out and that's just not them, So it's nothing against him, but then there's going to be a point where sometimes you're gonna have to make it. You already make your decision anyway, but you can get away with it. The prince is left in the back lines. He's never really having to call the shots. He's never on the front lines or having to fight. But eventually, if he's left in charge of a squadron or a unit, or if he's holding down the fort and the fort gets attacked, people are going to be turning and looking to him to make a decision. Are we going in to send reinforcements? Are we going to meet them? Or does he really, stick to his pacifist ways and just let them get run over? It looks kind of like this approach. I mean, they have like 5-1 men advantage and let themselves get whittled down to the point that he got captured. And maybe he stuck to his pacifist ways all the way to the end. We'll kind of have to see how that goes. Flashing back to some of the middle and the beginning of the episode, Thorfinn's dream. That's the first we've seen since Thor's death of him kind of going through it a bit mentally, as far as him having flashbacks to his father, his mother, his sister, the village. I mean, it was his dream, so he mustered up the thoughts of like, would my father want me on this revenge path type thing? I don't think and literally within the same episode, 10 minutes later, he's talking to Ashlad like, hey, I'm always going to be here to try to slit your throat type stuff. So we see him wavering a little bit, and we saw him do that as well when he came across the older woman and the young lady. how he tried to like save their lives and didn't want to put them in harm's way and told them to run. So we'll see if he's still hung up on that like revenge or not. I didn't know the Danish had been kind of like poking and prodding for 10 years. And I don't know if it was Bjorn or somebody that said they think the king, he's not even on the same continent anymore. Like he fled overseas type thing. So it's only going to be a matter of time before they win. And then that's what I think, I don't know if that was pivoted into Ashlad talking about, it's going to be over soon. What do I kind of have left to do? And yeah, even Ashlad himself acknowledged that he was old. So got some lot of interesting story points here. Again, I don't know if we're going to be world building or it's going to continue to be Ashlad and Thorfinn's story. But I feel like their stories are, their stories are going to be intertwined, but Ashlad's story only remains until he dies in the battlefield or Thorfinn becomes strong enough to kill him. So when that happens, I'm curious to see in these next 16 episodes if Ashlad is killed on the battlefield by Torkel or kills Torkel, or basically if Thorfinn ends up getting his revenge, which he will, whether either Father Times is going to take Ashlad out and it'll be easy for Thorfinn, or Thorfinn is finally going to become strong enough. But they're both kind of synonyms within each other. As Ashlad continues to age, so this is where they're at level-wise. As he gets older and old, even if Thorfinn never improves and he just stays at the skill level he's at, Ashlad will continue to get slower and older, slower and older. And even if Thorfinn increases his skills just little by little by little, Ashlad is going to keep decreasing this way with age. So eventually he'll get taken out. But then after that, my question is kind of where does the story go after that? Because is it a story about literally what's happening in the world and the countries right now between the two different kings and two different sides? Or is it Thorfinn's story? Because if it's Thorfinn's story, do you keep Ashlad alive so like his revenge story goes a little bit longer? And if you decide to remove him, if Ashlad does die relatively soon within the next 5 episodes or even this season, and the story is about Thorfinn, the next question is then what? Then where do we go with the story? Because he got his revenge. So does he just go back home and live out his days? Does he stay with the armies? All that kind of stuff. We'll see how it goes, though. We'll leave it there. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go watch this NFL draft. Go Patriots. Yeah, y'all stay safe out there. Wash your hands. All that good stuff. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. Help us reach 6,000 subscribers. Patreon members, if you haven't already, go over to my community page and leave a question for the podcast episode of Ask Me Anything Anime Edition. And we'll go from there. As always,